But Sophie Cunningham's response to all this, in terms of her tweets, like, if you guys didn't see Sophie Cunningham's retweets, Sophie Cunningham obviously responded with the shrug Instagram post. But Sophie Cunningham has responded to the petition by just retweeting a freaking post about her jersey being sold out. That is a response. That is quote tweeting the petition. Like, that is the best way of going about it.
What if I told you the WNBA tried to cancel Sophie Cunningham, and she canceled them right back with a response so savage, it deserves its own MVP trophy? One moment she's getting banned, the next she's delivering the pettiest mic drop since someone trademarked girl boss. You thought basketball was about rebounds and layups? Nah, this is about revenge, sass, and the most hilarious clapback the league didn't see coming. Buckle up, because Sophie just flipped the script.
Lads, I need to talk about this right here. So yesterday's game was obviously funny. Yesterday's game was obviously crazy. But have you guys not seen the petition? The petition, lads. So if you guys didn't see, obviously, there is the Dallas Wings fan page. Take the All-Star game out of Indiana. I'm serious. This is about player safety. Dude, don't worry. Neither JC or Marina's making the All-Star team. Players will be safe. The only player on the Dallas Wings that's going to make the All-Star team is Paige.
So apparently, standing up for your teammates is now considered a crime in the WNBA. At least if your name is Sophie Cunningham. That's right, while half the league is out here pulling WWE moves in broad daylight, Sophie breathes a little too hard in someone's direction and suddenly there's a petition to ban her from the league. A petition. Because clearly, fan outrage is now how we legislate sportsmanship.
But yeah, it's crazy. It is all around just a crazy situation. That's the best way to respond. Retweeting a post about the petition. Like, I'm actually cool. I've always said this. I'm cool with the fever. Like, I'm cool with when the top teams in a league are happy being either loved or villains.
But Sophie responded in the most deliciously savage way possible. She didn't post a long rant. She didn't hop on a podcast to cry about injustice. No. She simply hit the retweet button on a post about the petition. That's right. One tap. One majestic, sarcastic, sure, ban me if that makes you feel better, Karen kind of move. The retweet heard round the WNBA. Subtle, perfect, petty excellence.
Now, see, so I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm just saying. Sophie Cunningham stood on business. So all these damn petitions and all these little stupid things they're trying to do, these little freaking fines, we don't care about none of that. Now, just like Rachel said, your boy John Liquidator, I'm not condoning any violence whatsoever. But what I can tell you is that Sophie Cunningham stood on business and did the human thing to do.
See, here's the thing no one wants to admit. Sophie Cunningham isn't dirty. She's just allergic to being bullied. And if that confuses you, congratulations. You might be a Fever fan. Because let's rewind a second to the moment when JC Sheldon decided to try out for the Olympic bobsled team using Sophie's ribcage as a launch pad. Sheldon lowered her shoulder like she was preparing to blast through a brick wall, and then shocker, she fell. And everyone lost their minds like Sophie detonated a landmine.
Now everybody knows who Sophie Cunningham is. Everybody wants a piece of Sophie Cunningham. Her jersey is the #1 selling jersey in the WNBA. Sold out. Now, why is that significant? I'll tell you. Because her jersey surpassed the all-time woman, Caitlin Clark. The most popular woman ever in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, got her jersey surpassed by Sophie Cunningham. Why? Because Sophie Cunningham stood up for Caitlin Clark.
But what did Sophie actually do? She let Sheldon's own cartoonishly aggressive momentum take her down. Like, gravity did more damage than Sophie ever could. And somehow that's a flagrant foul? Meanwhile, Marina Mabrey's out here poking eyeballs like a sleep-deprived raccoon, and then delivering blindside shoves like it's amateur hour at an MMA gym. But no, let's all focus on Sophie. Apparently, the league's motto is equal punishment for all unless you're on the fever, in which case we'll send flowers. And the refs? Oh, they must have been napping with their eyes open, because they saw an eye poke, a shove, and an unsolicited surprise attack, all in high definition, and just shrugged like it was casual Tuesday chaos. Then, after the game, they upgraded the fouls like they were editing a term paper. Great job, team. Nothing screams professional league like post-game homework.
Just say what some of y'all are too scared to admit. They're not just fouling Caitlin Clark, they're coming for her. I watched JC Sheldon literally poke her in the eye. Marina Mabry dropped her shoulder like she was trying to make an NFL roster. Let's not sugarcoat it. That wasn't basketball. That was some straight up dirty play. I don't care how y'all want to frame it. This ain't physical defense. It's intentional and it's personal. Some players just can't handle the fact that a rookie's lighting them up. So instead of leveling up their game, they're out here trying to take her out. And yeah, Caitlin sees it. We all see it. We're just done pretending it's part of the game. If you're purposely trying to injure somebody because she's cooking you, you don't deserve.
It's almost poetic, really. Sophie has been catching flack for weeks, just for defending Caitlin Clark, who's been getting bullied like she owes everyone lunch money. But now that Sophie finally clapped back, suddenly she's dangerous. Yet when the Fever body check their opponents, it's passion and intensity. If hypocrisy were a sport, the Fever fans would have more rings than Michael Jordan.
Hey, we have had so far with Sophie Cunningham. She is standing on business. She's trending everywhere, and now she's retweeting all the drama. Sophie has simply made herself a star, which she was already famous, but at this point, she hella famous, super famous. She got parody accounts been made on her. God, this is...
And somehow, through all the chaos, Sophie has become the WNBA's reluctant hero. Everyone loves her now, except of course the people who think shoving is acceptable as long as it's against the right people. She's not dirty. She's just the one player with the guts to say, if you mess with my teammates, I will absolutely end your 10-day contract era. That's not violence, that's leadership. So if you're still holding on to that petition to ban her, maybe add an extra line. We also want to ban dignity, loyalty, and having a spine, because honestly, that's what she's guilty of.